So we're nearly there. We've had a really long year at ACAS, but a fantastic one. So many of you have been so busy and deserve a really well-deserved break, a holiday. And this got me thinking, where do we go on holidays? Why do we go on holiday? Maybe you go for a bit of summer sun, maybe you go for an adventure. Maybe you go to learn something, a bit of history. So after Mr. Hayden's reflection section all about flags, I decided I'd find out a bit more about tourist destinations. What would be on my bucket list of places to visit? Actually, the first three that I thought about were things like this. I thought the Taj Mahal in the city of Agra, India. This was built in about 1632 by one of the emperors to house the tomb of his wife. This marvellous marble mausoleum. Or the Colosseum in Rome, one of the largest amphitheatres ever built, and certainly the largest still standing. Sort of started construction around about 70 AD. Or the oldest one, the Great Wall of China, that actually was started construction about 200 years before Christ was born. But which of these is the most popular? So you're going to have a vote, okay? You're going to hold your hands up like this. If you think number 1 is most popular, wait for the countdown, you're going to put one finger up. If you think number 2, the Colosseum in Rome, is the most popular tourist destination, put 2 fingers up. If you think number 3, the Great Wall of China is the most popular tourist destination, put 3 fingers up. Are you ready? I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Which one is it? Well, actually, according to the website I visited, it's the Great Wall of China, with 9 million visitors a year go to see that. Actually, the top 3, in no particular order, incidentally, are these 3. Where do you think they are? I'll give you some time. Maybe shout out to your form tutor. Where are these 3 popular tourist destinations? Well, let's go for it then. Number 1, it's not, I'm not saying which is most popular. The first one is Central Park in New York. The second one is the Las Vegas Strip. And the third one is Times Square in New York. So which is the most popular of those 3? If you think Central Park, put your hand up, 1 finger. If you think the Las Vegas Strip, 2 fingers. If you think Times Square, 3 fingers. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Those who have this many fingers up, you're correct. Actually, the Strip in Las Vegas, about 40 million people every year go there, making it one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. But I have to say, none of these particularly appeal to me. So what else could be on offer? Perhaps you're looking for one of the more natural beauties, created by nature. Any idea where this is? Of course, it's the Giants Causeway, Northern Ireland. 60 million years ago, a huge volcanic eruption spewed out molten basalt, which then solidified and cracks began to form, and hence you have these 37,000 polygon columns at this World Heritage Site. What an amazing place to go and visit, created by nature. Or another UNESCO World Heritage Site, you'll see, and I don't know whether I'm pronouncing this correctly, Pamukkale. It's southwest Turkey. It means cotton palace. And essentially a great city was built around this once, but now what you see is these natural water cascades from natural springs. It cascades down these white terraces and forms these stunning thermal pools. Another natural beauty. What about this? Quite remarkable. Do you know where this is? It's Australia. A pink lake. It keeps this deep pink colour all year round, and some scientists are saying basically it's because there's a high salt content within the lake and there's a presence of the salt-loving algae species. So this generates this kind of pink bacteria known as halobacteria. Okay, but it's an interesting, unique place in the world to visit. Or in China, these staggering limestone pinnacles. covered in these kind of greenery, shrouded in mist. You can visit it via a cable car. Apparently it was the inspiration for floating mountains in the movie Avatar, if ever you've seen it. So same again, which one would you pick? If it would be the Giants Causeway, you can hold up one finger. If it would be essentially the limestone pillars in China, 2 fingers. If it would be these kind of thermal terraces in Turkey, 3 fingers. If it would be the Pink Lake in Australia, 4 fingers. Just wait for it, I'll count you down. You ready? 3, 2, 1. And maybe in a bit you can explain to your friend why you chose the one that you chose. So we've seen some typical tourist destinations. We've seen some tourist destinations of natural beauty. Well, what about some of the more unusual tourist destinations? Tourist destinations you might not have thought about. I've seen this one crop up on social media a few times. This is the Doorway Railway of Hanoi, Vietnam. The railway line passes within inches of people's doorsteps. And of course this train goes through twice a day, so twice a day people have to, if they're on the street, have to really tuck up against their the houses for fear of getting knocked over. Quite a unique place to visit, and actually attracts quite a lot of people to go and see the novelty of it. What about this? This leafy green tunnel looks like something out of a fairy tale. Well, guess where it is? It's actually part of an industrial railway in Ukraine. And it's known for couples walking in the morning or the evening, or even to take someone for a surprise visit on Valentine's Day. You'd have never thought it, would you? What about this? This was a small settlement in Namibia. It was built in the early 1900s by German settlers because it was rich in diamonds. However, when the diamond field began to deplete, it became less popular, and by 1950s the town was completely deserted. And now this is what it looks like. And actually, it is a destination for tourists and photographers. This abandoned old diamond settlement in Namibia. But what about this? The hull of SS Airfield. It was a large steamship, and it was due for dismantlement in Australia after World War II. But the dismantling yards closed down, and it and several other ships were left as they are. And look how nature has taken over it, leaving what is this beautiful kind of floating forest. Or Michigan Central Station. It was built in 1913, but it wasn't a very good building. There were planning oversights and mistakes, and essentially ended up closing in 1988. This building is now kind of just abandoned, but actually people go and visit it. It did appear in several films, including Eminem's 8 Mile. So same again, which would you want to go and see? One finger for the railway line in Vietnam, 2 for our Lovers Lane railway line in Ukraine, 3 for Namibia, 4 for the Australian forest on a boat, or 5 for Detroit's abandoned railway station. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And again, maybe it's something you can discuss and debate why you would want to go to these places with your friends afterwards. But I just wanted to take one more kind of detour into the really obscure, strange tourist attractions that exist. For example, upside down houses. This one's an upside down house in Malaysia, built deliberately for tourists, although you can find others in the world in China, Japan, Russia, Poland, Germany, Austria. There are many, many. And ask the question, why? Well, it's just because it's unusual. It's an unusual experience, and tours are available. How about this? The Market Theatre Gum Wall. Apparently it's the second germiest tourist attraction in the world, according to TripAdvisor. It's been collecting germs and gum for 2 decades. This is a local landmark in, yeah, you've got it, it's America, it's Seattle. And actually, it comes from when theatre goers waiting in line to go to the Market Theatre box office started sticking gum to the wall. But actually this has become a tourist attraction, embraced, celebrated. The next one I really like. Carhenge. So this is in Nebraska, and it's a monument where people have turned cars into their own version of Stonehenge. It was actually an artist and his family who put this together, a quirky attraction in a farm field in Alliance, Nebraska. And people go and visit this, and I really like it. I think it's great. So what would be your top 10 places to visit? What would be on your bucket list? I have to say, I don't actually know what would be on mine. I've really enjoyed looking at some of the quirkier places that people go to. I find it very interesting. But of course, what we've really looked at is sights to see. But the main reason, surely, for travelling is to see different ways, different traditions, different cultures. And sadly, there's no way I can do that within a 10-minute reflection section. You've all worked incredibly hard. Have an amazing holiday. I hope you go to see wonderful places, learn wonderful things from the different places and different people that you meet. But of course, there is a couple of other good luck messages to say. Good luck to our music tour going out to Germany. Have a fantastic time, lap up the culture in Germany, enjoy interacting with the people and enjoy performing for them, and I know you'll have an absolutely wonderful time. Good luck also to our South Africa rugby tour. Similarly, have great games of rugby, but also enjoy all the experiences that amazing tour will bring.